The best way you can support me is with a simple subscribe. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Want you guys to understand, this is not just fake news. This is real. LeBron James is not actively recruiting for the Cleveland Cavaliers this summer thus far. Look, man, I believe LeBron is tired of this. This brother burdens the load of every year being the active GM / the best player, the player playing the most minutes, the most impactful player on the court. And you got to deal with Golden State Warriors. It was hard enough to deal with the Golden State Warriors the previous season. It was hard enough to deal with Kevin Durant one-on-one. And then you go morph these two together. And now you got one of the best teams of all time that just went, what, 16-1 in the playoffs? I think LeBron taking a step back. He's not going to recruit that active for Cleveland anymore. He's been the guy in the past that helped Cleveland maneuver trades. It's been him talking to Kevin Love to get the Minnesota Timberwolves and Kevin Love to sign off on that trade for Wiggins. And it's been LeBron, man. A lot of this stuff doesn't happen if LeBron James doesn't push it forward. And right now, you're watching LeBron, to me, step backwards of this GM LeBron that we've grown so accustomed to and just become a player and a guy that just wants to play the game of basketball. And this hasn't been LeBron for a long time. This is like before he left Miami in the first place. His last couple years in Cleveland before he left for Miami, he was going hard trying to get Amari Stoudemire, trying to make trades. This LeBron that we're seeing right now that's going to take a step backward. He was actually over the weekend. I think Eric Bledsoe got married, and I think he was out in Alabama somewhere for Eric Bledsoe's wedding. LeBron hadn't been recruiting, man. He's taking a step back. He hadn't been going out of veteran guys. He can't do much for the superstar type talents because obviously the Cleveland Cavaliers don't have the money to go after anybody like that. But there are things LeBron James can still do. For instance, Zach Randolph is a big target by the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's on the market. And Tony Allen. Two guys that the Cavs are targeting this offseason, former Memphis Grizzlies. LeBron could make a call because Zach Randolph can go get more money elsewhere. The Sacramento Kings are going to offer him a much higher contract. They're looking for a power forward that's a veteran. Tony Allen is still a really good defender in this league. He's a good defender, not much else, but he's a good defender. A phone call from LeBron could probably make these guys play for $2, $3, $4 million, all right? Because that's what pretty much the Cavs are working with. They're looking to dump Iman Shumpert's contract right now. And they're trying to trade him in Houston as we speak. But even then, they're still in the luxury tax. They can sign a guy for $2 million, $3 million, somewhere along there. They don't have much money. So a Zach Randolph or Tony Allen would have to be somebody that just wants to play for Cleveland. And maybe LeBron can go out and make a phone call and be like, hey, I want you here. And LeBron, the words do have pull in the league, as you all may know. And maybe he could get one of these guys to commit. If LeBron ain't doing that, to me, that tells me that he might be headed on his way out of Cleveland. When he stops caring about the talent that's on the team, on the court with him, I would believe this means that he's satisfied with the one championship and coming through on his promise, bringing a championship to the land. And he might be considering leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers after next season when he can opt out and become a free agent. And I believe this team that you see on his jersey right now, the Los Angeles Lakers, will be a viable competitor. I did a story yesterday on the New York Knicks, how they'll have money and they'll be looking to get the banana boat crew together. Listen, I think it's like 50-50. I think the Lakers got a shot, a real shot, and I think the Knicks got a shot. The Lakers got Lonzo Ball. It sounds crazy now, but trust me, things can pick up for the Lakers in a hurry. They'll have cap room to theoretically go after Paul George and LeBron James next summer. They'll have money for two max contract players. And you talk about adding a Paul George and LeBron James with that nucleus that they got right now. You talk about a team that instantly goes from out of the playoffs, lottery team, to competing for championships, probably the second best team in the Western Conference and maybe the second best team in the National Basketball Association. If I'm Cleveland, here's what I'm concerned about. When you're in a relationship, right, and when you're not treating your girl right or you're not treating your man right, here's the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing you can happen is not for your man or your girl to get mad at you when you're cheating it's probably when they're so fed up with you, they stop caring. They stop talking about you cheating or treating them wrong. They just say, okay, whatever. That's when you're usually scared on the other side of a relationship. Not when they're mad, because when they're mad, you know that they still care. But when that person goes 0 Doc 30 activated mode on you, no pun intended, and then they stop talking and they go mute on you, that's when you need to be either A, concerned that they're about to leave you, or B, concerned that they're about to do something crazy to you. All right? If LeBron James is about to stop recruiting for the Cleveland Cavaliers, which it looks like he plans on doing all summer, the Cleveland Cavaliers are in trouble, because that could mean LeBron has checked out psychologically on his Cleveland Cavaliers team, because he knows there's just not much he can do. He got his partners in Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith paid under the same management as LeBron. His best friend manages them. And it looks like there's not a lot of moves you can make. Nobody's going to take on J.R. Smith's contract. Not too many teams seem to be interested in Kevin Love, although this Carmelo situation is heating up. It looks like a LeBron James phone call could try to make Carmelo could come out and say, look, Knicks, I'm not going to any team outside of Cleveland. He could do that tomorrow, and the Knicks probably are going to have to trade him to Cleveland. And if LeBron just made a phone call, I'm pretty sure he could make that happen. Melo and LeBron have always mutually wanted to play with each other. But it looks like LeBron, I don't know if he's made the call to Carmelo, but it looks like LeBron's just sitting back this summer and seeing what the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to do without him. Now, I have been told that he does have a line of communication with the Cavs owner through somebody else. Like, he's still not talking to Dan Gilbert after that letter, but LeBron does have somebody he can get in contact with when he wants to see what the Cavs are thinking. They're still running everybody that they signed through him. They're not trying to piss LeBron off, and they're not trying to lose him next summer again. But all that recruiting and going out and trying to figure this thing out, be the GM, no, LeBron's not doing that this summer, and they're still waiting to hear back from Chauncey Billups if he's going to take the job as GM. That doesn't make sense to me, but that's where they're at with it. All right, LeBron not actively recruiting, and this could mean that he's trying to head out of Cleveland and head to Los Angeles, a destination that a lot of people think LeBron James is going to have it atop his list when he's a free agent next year. Talk to me, comment box below. Thank you for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Salute. I'm out. If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@itsmrtaliaferro.com. Again, that's booking@itsmrtaliaferro.com.